Don't mind the headphones or the hair or what time you think this is being recorded at, because it doesn't matter. Or why it's being posted when it's being posted, but you may be watching it 300 years later, so whatever. One thing I want to say, obviously, this is happening a little bit different. The song is going to happen after, and after the song is done, the video is over. I just want to say one thing. May it be so with us that one thing have I desired of the Lord, and that I would seek after, that I may dwell in the house of the Lord all the days of my life, to behold the beauty of the Lord, to inquire in his temple, the temple of the Lord, to be with God, to be close to him, to be so confident and so at peace and so assured and so justified in this life that I am seeking first the kingdom of God and his righteousness, his glory, his pleasure, his will, his precepts, WWJD. And then to know that every single thing that I could ever ask for, I could ever achieve, I could ever become in this life will fall right into place. And it begins, be still and know that he is God. We are his people and the sheep of his pasture. Enter into his gates with thanksgiving and into his courts with praise. Be thankful to the Lord and bless his name, for his mercy is everlasting, and his truth endures to all generations, and his love and his everything about him, everything that we have ever talked about, and every song that I've ever played. This is the head. This is where it comes to. And it's not like another song hasn't said this before, and it's not like it hasn't been emphasized in the past. But for some reason, we're just going to try it. We're just going to see how this works. Deal with it, okay? So, yeah, listen to the song. It's a good song. And think about it. And examine yourself. And examine the frailty of this life. Examine the things that you've come to acknowledge, and the things that you've come to understand, and the things that you've tasted, that you've experienced, that you observe. And if this is not the motive, the ambition, the drive, the force behind every decision and every thought being taken captive into submission, if this is not the thing that keeps you going through the day, if this is not the thing that gets you up in the morning, good luck, as they say, even though there is none. Speaking of none, I have no time. So that's the other reason this is happening, but don't worry about that. I just wanted to say this, and here you go. So, yeah, that's it. Think about it. Listen to the song, and pray about it. And I hope it's a good reminder. I hope this is an encouragement of some sort, and maybe you enjoy listening to it. So, grace and peace and so forth. See you.
Last night while I was sleeping, you were watching over me, while I dreamt about tomorrow. You knew my every need. Now another day is waiting for me to make it through, but there's no way that I could face it without you. Before the day slips away, I wanna stop and say I love you, I love you. Before there's none above you. I'll just be still and know that you are God. Be still and know that you are God. There's something about the morning, the stillness of it all, that calms my heart to hear you when you gently call. Now another day is waiting for me to make it through. There's no way that I can face it without you. Before the day slips away, I wanna stop and say I love you. I love you. Before the world rushes in again, I wanna stop and say there's none above you. There's none above you. I'll just be still and know that you are God. Be still and know that you are God. Here I am in your presence, where I long to be, alone with you in the silence. Rain down your love and your mercy, whisper softly to me. Before the day slips away, I wanna stop and say I love you. I love you.